So, Baron, last night we had the Unction, the second oldest quarterback matchup in NFL history.
I thought it was the oldest.
No, Breeze and Brady in 2020.
Huh. I did not know that.
Well, the Unction happened last night, and now the Younction will happen now. We'll get right to it right here.
Welcome to the greatest podcast on earth. Nothing agreed. We have a great show for you tonight, so stay tuned and buckle up.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of Agreed. Back with the boys today. We are back with some football. Week 7 is loading up. Man, we're kind of getting into the middle of the season now. Past the first 6 weeks, we're in the midst of the season.
We got some Thursday night football to talk about, some Monday night football we need to talk about. We got some Sunday football that we got to preview. Getting close to the trade deadline, so we have some stuff to talk about there. And then it's also time for your favorite segment at the end. So we've got a lot to do. Let's take it back a week to week 6. We have 2 Monday night football games to talk about. I didn't watch either. I was pretty tired and just wasn't really feeling it. So I'm going to let you take this as much as I know you want to. So go for it.
This was the Bills and the Falcons.
Yep.
And the Commanders and the Bears.
Yep.
Bills-Falcons game, I got to do like an elevator pitch. It's the game of Bijan Robinson. I mean, the game finally solidified him as the number 1 running back in the NFL. In my opinion, no doubts about it. He can do it blocking, he can do it receiving, he can do it rushing. His only little flaw is that his top speed is not the best in the NFL. But other than that, he is the most elusive back in the league. He breaks the most tackles. He's out for open for flats. He's amazing. It was a great game for him. And the Falcons defense now ranks number 2 in the NFL. The first time that's happened in about maybe 40 years. So Falcons are back. They're doing some stuff. They have a really good offense and a really good defense. Just need to put it all together. The Bills, Josh Allen usually has about 3 of these games. They got it out the way here on Monday night. I think he'll bounce back this upcoming week.
All right.
Bears game. Bears Commanders. This was the story of Jaden Daniels. Are you hitting the sophomore slump like C.J. Stroud? Or getting a little concerned for you? Caleb Williams goes into the worst stadium, tied, in my opinion, for MetLife. Could be worse in the NFL. Goes and plays in those tough conditions. Gets the win on another last-second dub with the game-winning field goal, going in there, winning as 5.5-point dogs. The Bears are now a team you have to watch in the NFC North. All the NFC North are good football teams, and you really have to start questioning, hey, is this division going to have all 3 wildcard teams? We're going to have to find out, but Caleb Williams is coming back, and he's having a good bounce back here. No sophomore slump because he didn't really have that breakout moment. Now he has it. He's breaking out sophomore year.
Yeah, my 2 takeaways, we'll do one for each game. I'll do one for each team. How about Bills? Are we starting to worry? 2 back-to-back losses. Again, this was a Super Bowl favorite, and their 4 wins are not very against impressive teams either. So starting to worry a little bit, not having a receiving option. Trade deadline's coming up. We'll talk about it. Falcons, team looked good, at least from the statistical standpoint. Like I said, I only really watched highlights. But yes, Bijan Robinson, best running back in the league. Been saying that, but yeah, definitely solidified it. And good defensive performance from the Falcons. Those 2 draft picks are looking like they're going to pan out. Moving on to the Bears, like you said, Caleb Williams, Ben Johnson, looks like everything's working over there. I wish DJ Moore would get some more touches. Lost me my fantasy football game this week, but that's a discussion for another time. Commanders, Brooks covered it perfectly. Are we hitting that sophomore slump? It looks like it's being a trend here in the NFL. Still missing Terry McLaurin. I'm right. He wasn't back for this game. Or was he back? Yeah, that's right. Pretty sure. So only lost by a point. Not too much to worry about, but sitting at 3-3 with that division kind of up for grabs right now. So
yeah, they really need to be executing better.
Yeah, so we'll see how those teams pan out in this upcoming week. I know the Bills are on bye. Actually, before we jump into it with Thursday Night Football, Brooks, I'm sure you know, but what are the teams that are on bye this week?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll let you look that up while I talk about some Bengals and Steelers. Like Brooks said in the intro, it was the Unction. Aaron Rodgers versus Joe Flacco. And the Steelers jumped out to an early 10-0 lead where the Bengals had a massive second second quarter sort of rally and scored 17 unanswered in the half. So it was a pretty good game going into halftime, and then the second half, just a lot of back and forth between the two offenses. It was a good game, really, from both players. Ultimately, Aaron Rodgers, one bad interception. The other one really wasn't his fault. That kind of was more DK Metcalf, but probably shouldn't have thrown. I mean, you got to put some blame on the quarterback for throwing a 50-50 ball kind of like that. But that one interception, that was a little inexcusable. That was bad. But, yeah, Joe Flacco, best game of the season so far. Yeah, looks like that Bengals offense might be. Jamar Chase had his best season, 16 receptions, 161 points. First overall fantasy owners we're happy for this game. There you go. Look at Brooks. But
40.6 points in my league. You took it perfectly because honestly, my horrible journalistic integrity. I was out working on some journalism stuff. Had a tryout for big things, so I didn't see it, but I come back and I literally saw the game-winning field goal by Evan McPherson as I got back. Checking my fantasy team, I'm like, Jamar Chase, 16 catches, 160 yards, whole touchdown. Holy smokes. That was amazing to see. So Joe Flacco I've been saying, and you've been saying as well, Jake Browning, not the guy. They need to go out and get quarterback. Of course, I was saying Jameis. They go and get Joe Flacco, interdivision grab right there.
Yeah.
And boom, get it done.
It's interesting. There was talks of they were talking to Derek Carr as well before. There was reports about that came out yesterday or Wednesday before the game. So good for Joe Flacco to kind of block all that out and play well. But let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 games going on. So there's only 2 teams on bye. So one of them's the Bills. And the other one, someone can let us know in the comments because we clearly don't know. Let's just jump into it, though.
For what?
For whatever other team's on bye this week.
I said it. The Ravens.
Oh, my fault. I didn't hear you.
No, you're good. You're right when you started the Unction. I said it, so you're good.
Okay, I didn't hear that. All right. First game. Got another 9:30 a.m. game over in London. Rams-Jaguars. Actually, probably the best international game they've had so far this year, besides maybe Chargers.
No Puka Nacua this game.
That's true. That did come out today.
Confirmed no Puka Nacua. And I'm wearing my green. I've been bandwagoning them all year. I like the Jags in this game, to be honest. I like the Jags. Maybe go do something. London games, guess what? That's their home.
Yeah.
That's their home.
That is home.
Remember that? I mean, that's their home. So I like the Jags in this game.
Yeah, Matthew Stafford will be without his number 1 target. Currently leads the league in passing yards. So we'll see if Devontae Adams can step up, kind of replace that. I guess, I don't know. Production, that's the right word.
Yep.
I don't know who the wide receiver 3 is, but we'll see if they can step up too.
Is it not Tutu?
Yeah, that's what I would assume, but I don't know.
Probably Tutu.
Maybe they lean on the run game more. Rams' defense is good, but Jaguars, yeah, it should be a good game. Bad loss last week, in my opinion. So, yeah, this will be a good bounce-back game for them, in my opinion.
Probably more reps from Tutu and Jordan Whittington. Probably get more reps. But, yeah, it's going to be a big loss losing probably one of the best receivers in the NFL. So,
yeah, all right. Well, moving right on. I guess we're both going to take the Jaguars that game.
I like the Jags in that game.
Yes, that probably means the Rams are going to win. All right, let's move on.
Jags.
Raiders are flying down to Arrowhead to take on division rival the Chiefs, coming off a big win from last week.
Going north,
yeah.
If you have to think about it, but
yeah, whatever.
Big win last week. They said against the Titans, they needed that win, and to me, this is a must-win. If I'm not mistaken, the spread is like 12.5. I don't think it is. Is it that big? Yeah, it is actually that big. And I'm going to take I want to take the cover. I don't think they'll actually cover. I generally don't think they'll cover. I think I got the Chiefs in a big one on this one. They always dominate the Raiders.
Rasheed Rice is coming back.
Yep. Xavier Worthy is getting back to full speed. Big games for him.
And Patrick Mahomes just played the best game of his season.
Yeah. And the Chiefs, everyone's putting Chiefs back at their number 1 or number 2, 3, 4 best teams in the league.
Yeah.
So I still have them as one of the best too. Like I've been saying before, once they get healthy, I still think they're up there as Super Bowl favorites. And I'm going to take the Chiefs in this one. Patrick Mahomes always dominates. Well, not week 1, but mostly always dominates interdivision opponents.
That's also true. You're right. But yeah, they coming off a big win against the Lions last week. So yeah, I'm going to take the Chiefs.
I'll take them.
I don't think the Raiders have much of a chance. That's why it's 12.5. So yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on, we have the first of our there's a lot of bad teams playing bad teams. Loserville, if you would.
Fair.
So yeah, we'll start it off with Browns versus the Dolphins.
Gosh, turn your TV off, as Kendrick Lamar would say. Um, God, I might take the Browns in this game
They're home
specifically.
team.
Their home and their defense. I like their defense.
I do
I think they can cause a lot of disruptions, especially against Tua. I'm gonna take the Browns in this game.
Yeah. Browns when they play well, it comes through their run game and Devon Achane. Browns have not allowed a lot of running this season, so I like that matchup for the Browns. And yeah, I think Dylan Gabriel last week wasn't great for him, but playing a harder defense, I think this week will be a little bit better for him to kind of get back in his stride. I like Quinshon Judkins over there and Jerry Jeudy. I think David Njoku's out this game, or maybe he's playing, but I'm not too sure. He's out. Okay. But yeah, I don't have a lot of faith in that Dolphins offense, and yeah, I'm gonna take the Browns to get a home win here.
There you go. I agree.
All right, well, we can move right along then. Sorry, I'm a little tired. Patriots, Titans.
Bro's yawning. Yeah, I'd be yawning at this matchup too. I kind of find this game really interesting because specifically because Brian Callahan is no longer there.
Yeah.
And there is a saying that the coach change bounce can happen. And that means that teams that just get their coach fired play well. They just play a good first 2 games, 1 or 2 games. I think the Titans might play well here and still lose. But I think they'll play well. And so I'm going to take the Titans. Also an emotional game for Vrabel. We'll see how that does. We'll see if it's B2A or we'll see if it actually gets a toll on them. I'm going to take the Titans to cover the spread. I think it's 7.5. Or 7 maybe. I think they'll be within a touchdown. I'm still going to take the Patriots in this one. Drake May is doing his thing and kind of playing up there in that MVP echelon. He's getting up there, so I'll take the Pats.
Yeah, they're as hot as any young team can be right now. Going on the road, that is another thing of interest to any party. But yeah, I mean, Titans haven't shown much to be a competitive team. They beat the Cardinals after the Cardinals. I mean, that was probably the most just one of the wackiest games we've ever seen. So,
yeah,
not really a lot of logic to that win and why they're 1-5. They could very well be 0-6 with the Jets, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. But I'm gonna also probably take the Patriots just because. But we can move right along. God, another bad game. But I mean, this one's a little bit interesting because the Panthers are either gonna get their first road win of the season, or the Jets are gonna get their first win of the season. So, what's going to happen first, Brooks?
Give me the Jets.
Yeah,
fuck, why am I saying it? Maybe because I just hate the Panthers, but give me the Jets, man.
Jets are home underdogs in this game.
If there's one game Panthers lose, it's this one. Give me the Jets. This is such a Panthers game to lose. And just to think that Panthers have a winning record doesn't really sit right in my mind.
It's not really a winning record. It's just a 500 record.
Well, they're 500 right now. So if they win this game, they have a winning record.
That's true. Okay.
So give me the Jets, man. Give me the Jets. Give me the Jets.
I'm going to take the Panthers. The Jets offense looks terrible, like genuinely terrible. That defense also just looks like they don't care. A lot of those guys are in trade talks right now, so their minds aren't probably on that team. And it's MetLife Stadium, so yeah, all those factors combined, I kind of like the momentum Panthers are going with. They had a big game last week. T-Mac got 2 touchdowns. Maybe they'll start using him a little bit more now that he's in the groove of things. And I mean, I feel like we're all not talking about probably one of the hottest people in the NFL right now, and Rico Dowdle. 2 back-to-back 200-yard games, and he's going up against arguably one of the worst defenses in the league. I mean, I take his over again. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Panthers, and we'll see what they can do.
Fair.
We can move right along. Yeah, boy. Eagles, Vikings.
Here it is, baby.
Yeah.
Here it is. So far I've picked 2 out of 2 green teams, if I'm not mistaken.
So now he's not going to.
And I'm continuing that trend.
Oh, God.
Fly, Eagles, fly. I think they're going to bounce back, baby. 3 straight losses? Oh, hell no. I'm just spamming emotes right now. Give me the Eagles in this one. I think this will be a bounce back game. And I think bounce back. Well, I think this will be a good game. Give me Saquon Barkley. He's going to have a good game. He's going to respond to the Bijan talks. Then we'll run back and go, hey, I'm going to try to take that crown back. He's going to have a good game. Eagles are also on the road in this game, but I still like them. And if it's J.J. McCarthy at quarterback, oh, give me that spread.
I'm praying for that. But let me present to you the hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby scenario we have. Brian Flores is going up against Kevin Patullo. So I don't expect Saquon Barkley to have any more than 14 rushing yards. Yeah. I mean, this is the make or break game for me, right? As a fan of this team, I'm a speak as a fan right now, even though I feel like I always do. But right now, I'm speaking purely from a fan standpoint of the Philadelphia Eagles. This is the make or break game. If we can't get it done and we lose to the Minnesota Vikings with J.J. McCarthy, season's over and there needs to be a mid-season firing. I don't care about the pride. I don't care if he's your best friend. Yeah, there needs to be a mid-season firing if this offense looks pathetic and just unmovable against this Vikings defense. Other side of the ball, if we're still injured, I know Jalen Carter's. I think he's planning on playing, whether he's fully healed or not. So that's going to be something to watch for. I don't know if Quinyon Mitchell will be playing or not. That's something else to watch for. Yeah. And yeah, I really don't know what else to say. I mean, we didn't really cover this. And Darius Smith retired since our last episode, so we're down another edge rusher. So that's awesome. I was really hoping we would have made a trade for the Dolphins or Jets players by now, but we seem to have a lot of confidence in the guys in-house, even though we have probably one of the worst pass rushes in the league this year. So, yeah, make or break game. We'll see what happens.
Make or break game, baby.
Because we have to play the Giants again next week, and oh, God. But, yeah, we'll talk about that next episode. We have our last 1 o'clock game to talk about. And that's the Saints and the Bears.
I like Caleb. I don't like the Saints.
I do too.
Give me the Bears. I really don't think that I should do much analysis on this game, to be honest. I just like the Bears, even though it's a 4.5. Saints on the road. Like I said, I like it when it's in the Superdome. I don't like it when it's on the road. And I like the Bears in this one. They've been hot, man. If you want to talk about a really hot team, they've been winning games, and they've been winning games close, but they've been winning games. And teams that do that, I think, again, stabilize off. I think it will happen. But against the Saints, out of all teams, I think you continue that. So I'll check the schedule right now to see who they play next week. They got at Ravens, and that's at Lamar Jackson Ravens at M&T Bank Stadium. So that could be a little tougher because Lamar's back. Could be a shootout game. But I like the Bears in this one. Give me them to win.
I also like the Bears at home. Coming off that win from Monday night, kind of a shorter week by like a day, but like still, yeah, it's the Saints. You put it perfectly on the road. Yeah. Spencer Rattler against, yeah, I think that'll be a Bears victory. Let's jump into the 4 o'clock games. Starting off pretty strong, honestly, in my opinion, with Colts going to LA to play the Chargers.
I like that game. You know what else I like? I like the Chargers to get the victory here. I like the Chargers. 4-2 team, of course. They had those little bit of shaky wins, and winning against the Dolphins a little shaky. But I like the Chargers get it done finally at home. I don't know how well the Colts crowd is going to travel. They could travel well, they could not travel. But I just think if there's a game that's going to humble Daniel Jones, it's going to be a team that is a little sophisticated on defense, and that's what the Chargers can do sometimes. And I think they can find their rhythm here. Yeah, and I think that's what's going to happen. Quinn Johnston needs to have me a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Quinn Johnston have a good game. Ladd McConkey needs to have me a good game. I got both of them. So have me a good game, fellas. Justin Herbert, throw the pigskin and get the victory.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Maybe I'll start you in fantasy football again. Actually, probably not. I have Drake, man. But I'm actually gonna take the Colts here. I'll explain why. Like you said, LA's very infamous for never being a home stadium for the teams that play there. I think regardless of how the fan base travels, it's LA. Who doesn't want to go to LA for the weekend? So I think there'll be a lot of blue out there, especially for the season they're having. I think they're going to be there, trust me. And I think this Colts team's really just sort of found an identity. that they don't really even need Daniel Jones. I know he's had this electric, fiery start to the season, but you look at the last couple games, Jonathan Taylor's been amazing on the ground. Daniel Jones is playing smart, safe football. They don't turn the ball over. Sounds like a pretty similar formula to a Super Bowl winning team recently that coach used to play for. And they have a good defense. So they're just playing winning football right now. The Chargers, like you said, they beat the Dolphins, but it was a narrow victory against the Dolphins. Look at their losses, Giants, Commanders, two teams that can be good, but aren't like these super great teams. But you look at their wins, and that's where you get the optimism. They beat the Chiefs and the Broncos. So we'll see. I like this game. This is one of the better matchups, I think, of the weekend, but I think the Colts have a more identity as a team. The Chargers team's also very banged up, offensive tackles, running backs. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Colts.
Dang, look at you. Okay. I'm going to take the Chargers still. I think the dual running backs is still going to help them, even though they don't have Marion Hampton, I still think, and Najee Harris. Disregard him because he's out for the season. Still like it.
Yeah. Let's move right on. We got another good game, actually. Giants and Broncos.
I've said to all my New York friends here, Giants cover, they don't win. I like Denver in the high altitude.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I like them. And after they're coming back from London, I don't know how much it's going to put some stress on their body, but I don't think Dart can really hold this momentum the entire way through, in my opinion.
My thing is with him, while they've played great at home and Scatterboo, you got to look at how they played against New Orleans in the Superdome. And again, that's the Saints. This Broncos team's actually good. So, I'm going to pick the Broncos as well. Show me something with this young, optimistic duo. But, I would pick the Broncos. I just don't like that environment that this game's going to take place in. Like you mentioned, the altitude, that is a factor. You can Google it. Players have had interviews about it. That does affect things. And yeah, these guys are young. They're not really used to it. They both played. I guess I don't know the altitude of Iowa, but I know the altitude of Mississippi is not that high off of sea level. So yeah, these guys probably aren't used to that. And yeah, I'm gonna take the Broncos.
Fair enough. I like the Broncos as well.
Moving on, we got Packers and Cardinals.
Give me the Pack, of course. I think is in Arizona or
yeah,
in?
But let's move on. Let's move on.
I think Kyler might be playing.
I don't think he is.
If he's not, then wrap it up, dude. GG's.
I don't think he is. Trey McBride, show me something again. Fantasy football owner, but hopefully we'll see.
Just move on. I got the Pack.
Yeah.
Pack getting their first win on the road.
There you go. Josh Sweat, we miss you. Commanders, Cowboys.
Go. I'm
ignoring him. I think the Commanders. I don't know. Is Terry McLaurin playing this game?
I think he's ramping up to play.
And you know who else I think is coming back this game?
CeeDee Lamb.
Yep. I think I'm gonna have to take the Cowboys.
I am also taking the Cowboys. I like the boys in this game. I like the over-under in this game is 54.5. And I still like the over. That's a lot of points. But I think if there's two teams that have a lot of points, it's these two teams that have a lot of points.
Like, we know this Cowboys defense is bad, right? Like, bottom three bad. Problem is, this Commanders defense isn't anything insane either. I think a lot of the age on that side of the ball is starting to show, especially from last year, how it's kind of dropped off. You look at it position to position, they have some of the oldest guys in the league at each position. Did you know Von Miller's on that team? I don't think most people know this. Von Miller is on the Commanders.
Yep.
Shocker, right? So, yeah, I think they're definitely old, and it's starting to show a little. And, yeah, that's why their defense hasn't been as good this season. I think that's another big reason why they're 3-3, honestly. But they've come up big in times. Their record certainly could be worse, but definitely going to be something that's going to need to be addressed come end of the season. Maybe even before the trade deadline. We'll swing back around to it. But, yeah, we're going to take the Cowboys. Here you go. How much faith do you have in your Falcons, Brooks? Because they're going to San Francisco to play the 49ers this weekend.
You want to know how much faith I have?
Monday Night Football or Sunday Night Football.
Sunday Night
Take
Football.
it away.
This is how much faith I have. Ready? We're gonna be soaring.
Oh
We're gonna
God.
be flying into San Francisco. Ah, Dirty Bird dancing. I got my boys again. This again. Bijan Robinson, come in your trap, take over your trap.
Oh
Thank
my
you, Kirk
God.
Cousins, for the line, but you ain't part of this team no more. Unless Mike Pence gets hurt, then I need you, my Lord Savior. But give me the Falcons in this one. Give me Bijan Robinson to take the crown, keep wearing it, number one running back. Give me the Falcons.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I'll probably take the Falcons as well. 49ers are banged up. They're injured. Quarterback plays about the same regardless of who's playing, so nothing really crazy to write home about. Everyone knows I'm that one of the probably is one of the people that are more down on this team than others. But that being said, if they win this weekend, that'll prove something. I'll say that. Honestly, it probably says more about the Falcons than it does about the 49ers, but I'll start to
Yes,
talk
sir.
about them a little differently.
Come on now, baby. Come
But
on
yeah,
now, baby.
there's a Monday night doubleheader we'll talk about next episode. So, before I let you off the leash, let's talk about the trade deadline that's fastly coming upon us. Lots of names have been thrown around. Lots of positions need to be filled come injury. I think we did something like this last episode. But Brooks, what what trades are you going to think happen by this deadline?
Well, I already
What would
said.
you like to see happen, I guess?
Let me say my one certainty. Of course, I got Jacoby Myers on the move. My one fun trade I would like to see is a Jalen Waddle or Devon Achane trade. Seeing one of those two guys move would be pretty cool. I think specifically Waddle, I think could be a fun piece that gets thrown into the mix. Wide receiver that has been a wide receiver two almost all of his career. It feels like, yet he has that wide receiver one kind of low wide receiver one ceiling. So I
Mm-hmm.
think it could be a good get for a team that either wants to put him in wide receiver one or wide receiver two, and then wants production. He can get you production and make you big plays. I want to see Jalen Waddle go somewhere. I think that'd be most fun. Do I think he gets moved? No. But it'd be kind of dope to see him bounce somewhere.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty cool one. Yeah, I like that shout. I'd like to see Commanders maybe make a defensive move, kind of get a younger guy in that room at least somewhere. Just help with the bleeding when it starts to show up. Obviously for my Eagles, I'd like an edge rusher move to be made. I think that's a area that needs to be addressed now. What was I gonna say? But yeah, I think it's time. Let's talk about teams that need to make trades. Jets. I think it's time to blow it up. Been getting calls. I think about Brees Hall, Sauce Gardner, Jermaine Johnson, pretty much everyone that's good on that team.
Yeah.
I would take as much as you can get. Let's start this rebuild. You got a new head coach, and I don't think they're gonna fire him. And I also don't think they intended on Justin Fields being the future of this franchise. I think this was more of an intermediate sort of move, despite the money they gave him. But I don't think he was ever the long-term solution that they envisioned. So I would trade anything of value right now that you can't lock down for the next let me say a different number, 7 to 8 years. Because yeah, that's probably when your window is going to open up. Honestly, same probably for the the Dolphins. We've been saying this all year, but you've got some valuable pieces like the Jalen Waddle. Let's move off of those unless you want to lock that down for like the next 7 years. So another team, maybe the Cardinals might start to sell off some pieces. I don't know about that one.
Maybe.
They're kind of in a weird spot.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
are.
know.
I'll say that.
But yeah, I don't know what they're thinking about. Saints.
All the guys don't want to leave. That's the thing. It's
Yeah,
kind
I
of
know,
funny.
which is crazy. Yeah, Titans. I don't know. I mean,
Could be Calvin Ridley move, but I doubt nobody's gonna go for him.
no one's gonna really want him. I don't
Yeah.
think. And yeah, Raiders maybe. I don't know. I feel like They're already in the process of a rebuild.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think before we move on. Are there
You know-
any other
you know-
players?
I was thinking.
Hmm.
I was thinking like.
Okay.
Okay.
You suck.
I was thinking. It's that time. It's Friday. You know what that means? Dog of the Day sponsored by nobody. We are back, and we are better than ever. Baron, can you update us on what happened last week?
Nothing.
Nothing. We both missed. I had the Lions. You had the Browns.
Actually, no, I had the Bengals.
You had the Bengals versus the Packers. That's what it was. I was thinking Flacco, but Flacco was not there. Bengals covered the spread, but they did not win. Lions did not cover the spread, and they did not win. So, both of us don't get points. You are sitting at what, 8.5?
Yep.
And I am sitting at, what is it? I was going to take over. I'm sitting at 6 flat, if I'm not mistaken. Wait, no. I was going to jump you if I won. I had it at half. 6.5.
We'll go do the research. Don't worry.
6.5 is what I had. So I get first pick.
Yep.
I'm going to stick to my guns, like I said earlier in the episode. London is their home. I'm taking the Jacksonville Jaguars to go into London, which I think they have an undefeated record in like 3 or 4-0. Go into London, especially when they're bad, they won in London. Go into London, be victorious against a Puka Nacua-less Rams, and that long travel 6:30 a.m. kickoff for the West Coast Rams. Their bodies have adjusted from playing in Baltimore for practice, but give me the Jacksonville Jaguars to pull that one out.
Well, that's certainly the advantage of going first.
Is that who won?
Yeah.
Hey.
Now that I'm looking at my backup option, I don't really like that one either.
Ooh. I had a couple I was thinking about slamming down. So.
I was about to take the Vikings.
That could
But
work.
I'm not going to. I'm calling an audible.
Green 42.
I like some of the points that were made by both you and me.
Okay.
This team's young, hungry, ready to prove themselves. Had a pretty bad start to the season, right? And like you said, they just fired their head coach and they got something to prove. So I'm gonna take the Titans at home to beat the Patriots.
That was my second or third choice. I like that one. A lot of points on the grabs where I think they can be a little emotional. I was also thinking maybe the Giants at 7.5 could be a good grab.
I don't know.
But
I don't think the Broncos fumbled that game, to be honest.
So
There
you go.
Also play pretty sound football.
So I'll be screaming at 9:30 in the morning, Duval.
If you have the time for it.
Yes, sir. I don't know if I do actually. I might, but I have an assignment at 12, so that'll be fun. Yeah, tell me about it. So, anything else you want to add before we wrap this edition up?
Nope.
All right, that'll be another episode of Nothing Agreed. Thank y'all so much for listening. Who's y'all's dog of the day? Let us know in the comments. Other than that, thank y'all for listening, and peace.